Everything comes down to this. One game in it, everything on the line. Gone the full length of the tournament as far as it could go. Ryu coming back in a big way as well for, well, basically for pride. And what a story it will be to come back throughout everything. Like, that to me is astounding and just incredible work. Dodging through the lower bracket, dodging through the best of one, surviving that long, and taking it out, basically, feels pretty good.
Yeah, it's a map style that I think suits Scrambled a little bit more, but we have seen Ryu beat the last fortnightly's champion on this map. It was a bit tooth and nail, and it was a first point hold as well, so this really could go either way, and I know that's a metaphor that tends to be used a lot, but you have the team that seem to play really well on pure payload maps that have chosen a pure payload map versus the one that have already taken a win with Route 66 under their belt. But interestingly enough, Pyro, instead of Reinhardt, is going Winston, seen as it seems to be working so well at shutting down the Zenyatta on the enemy team.
I guess it's also the fact that, you know, they haven't seen a Reinhardt come out for the other team. They've just seen nothing but Tracer, Genji, Zenyatta. Why not play Winston into that? You know, it's like, what will the Reinhardt really be doing with the way that the enemy team has been playing? You might, you know, have free Earth Shatters, but you're just going to be swinging your hammer, and you might as well be doing that playing Winston. So I accept it as an adaptation to what the enemy team's been running, and sort of a clever move in terms of dealing with the threat that you are being faced with. We do see Miss on the Hanzo. He was extremely strong on the Hanzo last time on this map. Does get the scatting arrow out. Going to be looking for a cheeky arrow on there. Gets a good scatter. Gets a lot of damage onto Matic. Matic opting off the Hanzo of his own, looks for a cheeky pick, but Miss already on 25% as well with that damage boost, feeling pretty good for himself at the moment. Team's going to get set up as the payload starts to roll around the corner.
Yeah, if anybody can make the Hanzo work, it's Miss, but he doesn't want to get caught out in any position. Obviously, Scrambled do not want to dive this in particular with Charlie just sitting and looming with Jimmy with the shields as well. So they have to take their time. Pyro actually making the first move with the first jump, and he's kind of left on his own and is surrounded, and this might be a problem. But the anti-heal comes in, and Coney goes down.
Those grenades have been so big, and Miss actually gets the Sonic Arrow right into Genji's bum, gets a headshot onto the poor Zenyatta, and down goes another one. Kills coming in left, right, and center. The absolute cleanup here is devastating. Those anti-heal grenades from Kiro have been such a decisive factor. It's so important to emphasize that if you don't have an Ana, if you don't have a barrier as well available to you, Ana is so powerful, and it's just been shutting down Tracer non-stop, it's been shutting down Genji non-stop, and it's been making it easy for Pyro, for Mist, for Jimmy, and for Charlie to get these kills.
Very much so, and as I said before, Hanzo is a hero that you want to shut down close and personal, but the dissonation, I suppose, between Mist and Charlie of just a hero that you want to get close on and a hero that you want to leave alone as much as you can is going to cause a lot of problems for Scrambled on this attack, just because they don't really know how to engage this. And that's their theme that I've seen from this constantly.
Tracer trying to get into the backline, but again, anti-healing grenade and the Winston coming in and just getting those kills. Conqueror can't do anything anymore as well. We see the Zenyatta a little bit vulnerable on the high ground. Arrow's not quite finding their mark, unfortunately, as he's trying to get the kills on him. Winston just goes in, gets the finishing blow, however. It's more than enough. And again, that healing grenade just making sure that Winston can't do anything. Winston is just going to get picked off here. Might actually get stalled out quite badly here if he's not careful. Down he goes, and it's taken them quite a while to go. Next push is probably going to not start until about 1 minute 45, so a lot of time bought right now for Ryu.
And a lot of ultimates ready on the defending side as well. Ray's most importantly up, but it doesn't look like there's going to be a situation where all of them die at once. It's going to be quite staggered, which can cause a lot of problems for the defending side. But so far they look comfortable, and Charlie is just the bouncer that seems to be looking after a rather sort of heavy team. And Pyro is just closing up on all the kills that he needs to, and he's going to just jump on whoever needs to be. It just doesn't look like there's much that Scramble can throw at this, because their momentum has just completely been stalled.
This feels like fatigue might be setting in a little bit. They're like peeking a little bit too much into Mr. Anonymous, who's just getting kills. We do see a pause come out from Charlie. I did sort of spectate Charlie. I did notice that his packet loss seemed really bad for a second, so I'm guessing he's just got a little bit of a lag spike there. But it's looking real good for Ryu right now. They just seem to have all the advantages. Well, there's ultimates available for pretty much everybody, so the next fight's going to be a real brawl no matter what happens. It's gonna be a bit of a brutal time. The question is, can they get rid of Saltwater? There's a lot of places on Route 66 to hide that Mercy away as well, and the Resurrect could be a big factor. Should be okay. So Charlie, we should be getting ready to go in a second or two, and it should be pretty good. Boost internet is hell. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Right, we are
coming in. It's just, yeah, I've got Tracer underneath the payload that's going to use maybe the lag advantage against Charlie to just bully him a little bit. But Pyra's well on it, and Coney is just going to try and do something. It just seems like they're not sure what they want to do. And here come the ultimates with the flanking tech visor as well.
Matic trying to get anything, but the Dragon Strike comes through as well, just cutting him off. Pyro with a nano boost just runs into the poor Soldier Center 6 who just goes down. Conqueror does get himself a nice kill there onto Mistronomus and does start to get the resets, but again, there's the anti-heal grenade just keeping Kiro alive. Tranquility does come out, keeping the team alive and keeping their dreams alive as well. 50 seconds is left on the clock, but Immortal Pyro is just not dying right now. They cannot out DPS this Ana and the Winston combo, and they're just going to go down in that Graviton side as well. Immortal Pyro is left on the point, does get bombed, so will get taken out, and they will finally maybe get this point through. We do see Mercy come through, picks up the res though, and that's Jimmy come back, brought back. We see Miss back as well on the Genji, so he swapped up just to get back into that fight a little bit quicker. Again, that's the anti-healing grenade. Down goes Matic. Kiro gets the killing blow on that, does the finishing job there, and that's the poor Winston as well, forced to bounce his way away using his ultimate and has to just run. He gets slapped though, and could be picked up a little bit. Honestly, if Charlie wants to go for that, he wouldn't be too untoward. Let's see if he's going to look for it. He's just peeking out, and if he gets this Zenyatta, which he could very much do, I wouldn't put it past him. Oh, Coney, though, gets an instant, very quick pick there on to the Ana, looking for Saltwater right now on the Lucio as well. That swap up just to get back into the fight. Gets taken down. Unfortunately, here we see Conqueror following up. Can he get rid of the Roadhog while Target's trying to get rid of that? Does get rid of the Winston, does get rid of the Roadhog. Two people down now. Lucio filling up the kill feed. Lucio just going ham, ladies and gentlemen, as he frags out, and they will be able to take the first point here.
Yeah, eventually eventually it was just the triple tanks couldn't face the damage. I mean, the first pick on Kiro was enough, and from there, just from that point, really, when you lose a huge support in your team, Mist going down again to Matic, who is now on fire, this might be troublesome as well now the fire players come out, and this is a really good point to play it. Surprised that they didn't run it sooner, honestly, with the games that we've seen so far. But now it's going to be really difficult for them to sort of push through and contest this at any point that isn't right at the end of this checkpoint.
This is the momentum happening all over again. This is what we've seen time and time again out of Scramble. Whenever they get that slight edge, they just keep that ball rolling. Mist comes out, gets a quick pick, but it might be too little too late. As Farah definitely looking to get a lot of damage done and trying to get a couple of kills. We do see the Genji actually going into the backline here. Might be getting a little bit cut off here. Does manage to get one and looking for the Ana as well. This might be a little bit too deep now as Jimmy, he's starting to cleave with a huge amount of damage here with that big fat Zarya cannon. She'll be looking to get a couple of kills off the back of this, and with a lot of that damage gone now with the Genji vaporizing, this could be their chance to sort of bounce it back. We see the nano boost going back onto Immortal Pyro. He's going to start looking for a couple of targets. Does have the Discord orb on him, but that's not too big of a problem. The payload right now isn't moving. They're trying to get rid of this Matic as well on the Farah, who's dangerously low. Does get the orb on him, but not before Charlie just picks him off there with another right click. Now going to be looking for that Zenyatta. Gets the hook, gets the shot, gets the easy kill, and Charlie the saving grace once again for this team.
Yeah, I'd say if Charlie wasn't playing well, then picking up the D.Va would be a good shout, but honestly, he's doing terrifically on the Roadhog, just clear up anybody that needs clearing out. And to hold a point, considering they were held in the door for so long, is a pretty interesting feat, considering how really the momentum was just in favour of Scrambled completely. Conqueror's on fire, ready to go with an ultimate, and as well as Matic as well. But there's so many offensive ultimates, but no real synergy to bring everybody together to take them down at once compared to Jimmy and the Dragon ultimate.
They spotted the Mercy. I don't like that hiding spot at all. Barrage also goes onto the Mercy as well. They just delete that. Dragon Strike goes through onto the Farah. She's going to pay the price for that. Graviton Surge is almost up and ready to go on the point as well. Kiro dropping down though, dangerously low. Down he goes. Kiro gets himself a double kill. Grav on the point. Charlie though trying to get the kills. Is staying alive. Gets himself three and cleans up on the point. Conqueror does manage to get the kill, but there's still Winston there, and that should just be enough to clean that up. My god, they can't get back. Can Matic just about do it? I don't think he can.
It's just the apes left. It's Planet of the Apes. Pyro has to repopulate all on his own, which
I don't think that's how that works, unfortunately.
I'm pretty sure he'll find a way knowing him. But really, that was just a great play by Jimmy, just having the grab in the right time, and Charlie seizing the opportunity to clear people off it. I think time passed people by. I don't think people realised how little time that they had left on the point. But I mean, we did see Ryu hold before the end of the first checkpoint, but it did take a lot of effort to actually push through it, and they may be met with a similar sort of problem considering how they ran into Dorado in particular. So it's good for them, but if they could struggle with not even taking the first point on this map.
Yes.
So they have to be careful. They have to be very, very careful.
I mean, this is the golden parking space of joy. This is what it is to take the entire tournament, ladies and gentlemen. They have to get the payload to right here, where there's actually a whole bunch of debris left over it from the Graviton Surge. I am pretty sure it is getting knocked around a bit now. But that's all they have to get it to, ladies and gents, and that isn't insurmountable. Like you said, once they get past the first point, I reckon this could very easily swing over to Ryu's side if they just take the initiative that they've been taking so far, and it's looking pretty good for them. We actually see some pretty heavy changes coming out for Scramble. Seeing the Pharmacy come out for the first time tonight, basically, and completely changing up their strategy.
Yeah, the Zen has been questionable for an extent. They are going for a really cheeky strat again by holding Father up. If Mist had the sonar arrow, he could do a bit of an Apex again with how they're just sort of hiding in this room.
I've actually liked that.
Kind of worked to an extent. They did basically get team wiped very early on, but it gave them enough time to have some ultimate usage and to dedicate anything to it, really. But I would prefer to see Charlie on the Roadhog, honestly, but I do understand the D.Va pick, especially with the Pharah as well.
And they split out the team instantly. They maybe see the damage coming through, but instantly Mercy's just getting jumped on right away, and Mercy dropping incredibly low. Might get finished off here. Immortal Pyro caught out a little bit, but Mist gets the first blood and gets the first kill there. Matic getting the kill of his own. Of course, Saltwater drops dangerously low here to the Pharah, and Coney doing a good job of getting a kill there, but of course Mist starts going up again. One of these great grenades from Kiro, just dealing the damage right now. Mist has to be careful that he doesn't get killed by that Pharah in the sky. Jimmy doing a good job of saving Mist as they're trying to just deal with that. They don't have anything to really handle it at the moment as Winston finally goes down. Switcheroo gets the kill once more. Matic dropping a little, has to be a little bit careful right now as we do see Immortal Pyro again just cleaning up the D.Vas now there just to cover the approach, and it's looking real good. Immortal Pyro just chasing the Pharah off. Can the Pharah get the boot? Just hit the back wall and just knock the Winston off. No, he doesn't go for it. He's still on 50 health. Has to be careful. Comes in for the health pack. Will boop his way around as well, looking for Mist, but drops even lower, and this could be an opportunity for Mist to get a kill too. Charlie gets the finishing blow.
This is really a nightmare for Scrambled. Probably looking at this compared to Dorado, and is it as much of a success? No, because they weren't fighting on the point, so it's still moving. They were stalled out a little bit more and eventually got staggered completely. The reason why it went on Dorado is that they held the point for so long, but in this case they didn't really manage to do it. And especially with how little they have to actually push the payload, they have a lot less distance to cover compared to Dorado. Time, it doesn't really work as well as it did on Dorado. They need to engage on this first point, and I would say Mist is ready to go with the Dragon Blade, and they have a lot more room to work with, but they need to go now. They need to go and
Dragon Blade goes in. He's looking for the Mercy. Almost gets him. Down he goes. Matic doesn't find anything with the barrage either. I imagine D.Va just ate that up, no problem. We see Primal Rays coming out on both sides. Both monkeys very, very angry. There's a very, very low Genji as well. Soundbarrier just keeping him alive that little bit longer. Self-destruct does go out into the air as well. Might get one. Yes, it does pick one up as well. Switcheroo goes down. Conqueror dropping dangerously low as well. Zarya just cleaving him into pieces. He's forced to run away. Still alive. Barely just managed to juke past the Winston, but the Tracer are going to have a really hard time. Conqueror comes back, gets slept, gets killed pretty much instantly. We do see the Schwarzschild just on the point as well. Mercy getting chased down, hunted down. Lucio, what are you doing back here, friendo? You should not be here. You need to get on the point, and it's about to just take over. Almost has it. They had the Graviton Surge as well. They're just dropping the grab, just doing it, just taking it. I don't blame them for doing this, and Switcheroo will go down. Tracer gets back on the point. Will survive that a little bit longer. They just got to clean up the point. Clear the point, guys. That's all you need to do, and just to roll it forward. Winston saying I'll have that a little bit longer. Finally, now
that's a disaster. This is going to be massive. Mercy's trapped out on her own. It's just a chasing match from Misty, who's just going to try and get that Mercy down. She's on her own. She's dead. This is it. That's a horrible play that could have just easily lost them the match. They've got two people on the payload that they're going to truck away, but they are going to punish this as much as they possibly can, simply because of the amount of time that they were stalled on the payload, that they're just going to punish them for wasting their time.
Mist has to be careful.
Especially with the D.Va skin as well. It's just wasting police time, so that's a pretty heavy federal offense. So
Mist does go down, and you got to remember, like last time they did this, like Scramble were in the exact same position. It looks like Coney's looking for the bomb opportunity or something, blinks around, doesn't manage to find a chance to get anything, drops the bomb on Pyro, but Pyro's already gone. Pyro's just jumped away, so he doesn't give a damn, to be honest with you.
He doesn't have time for this.
As they are coming back out, Jimmy gets an easy kill onto Coney as well, so getting the kill there. Conqueror getting hunted down as well, has to be very careful. Nanoboo's coming out. I think this has gone back on the Winston once more, so Winston looking for that kill, finds the Mercy, Justice rains from above. Mercy so dangerous and low. Self-destruct comes out, as the res picks people up, bomb doesn't quite catch people. Mercy now finally going to go down. think, for this Winston. No, she backs into the health back. She's actually survived it. Oh my lord, so she's still up and running. She will get battered around a bit now. Still alive, though. Finally goes down to Immortal Pyros. The D.Va is devac on the sidelines. Mist, though, coming back in the fight. Has Dragon Blade available. All switcheroo. Dangerously low, does get taken down, but before Mist goes down himself, they need to just take a breather, I think, and I need to take one too, and just get back in the fight, I think. Well, get back in the game.
Massive waste by Mist giving up that ultimate so easily. What you had was Jimmy fighting the front line, Charlie fighting people in the back, and nobody else really on the point. The tanks have done a terrific job so far, being able to just stall out opportunities and to, as I've said, have their foot in the door. But up until now, they're just facing different threats, not sure which one to take out because they don't know the difference between taking out a hero that they need to take out and then working on the objective. They're getting completely torn between what they should be doing and what they want to do.
We have Conqueror bringing out the Dragon Blade, though. He gets an early kill onto Kira with the dash, gets another kill onto Saltwater. Both supports now taken down, looking for the D.Va. Can't quite find the kill on that. Mercy dangerously low as well, just barely survives it as well. So will keep on lasting. Waterpyro gets the kill there, but that's pretty much the only kill that's come through right now. Charlie left on Mini D.Va does get picked off. 1 minute 55 on the clock. Immortal Pyro, can you get out there? Can you just die? You've got to do something. You can't just extend this much longer. There you go. Down he goes.
This is Jimmy can win the game.
Yes.
Jimmy will either win or lose the game based on this graph. There's no real way that they can actually make use out of it. That's huge from Mist to just throw that away. That's wasted more time that they really, really needed. The spread is working. Schwarzer basically has res ready. Matic has ult ready. Connie's ult ready. Conqueror has used his, obviously. But really, this is either time to go or they are just going to throw this right away now.
Time to go or time to throw, basically. Let's get on board with Jimmy. Let's see what he can find. He's going to look for his opportunity. He doesn't quite get the bubble onto the Winston, but he's got Matic in his sights. He also sees the Mercy there, but goes down to Matic before he gets the grab off. Matic does have the shots lined up for him now. He's going to be looking to get rid of Mr. Animus on that damage source as well. Mr. trying to get round, doesn't get position on Mandy to get the kill there, and this push is done like dinner. I think they just need to let this go and get the next push going as soon as they can, but no resources really used by either side, and as such, well, we're just going to have basically the biggest brawl possible. Ultimate's pretty much available for everyone except for Charlie, I think. And this could be a real... Oh no, Charlie's got his as well. There we go. Give on the respawn.
Ready.
This is going to be big.
Defensive ults for the attacking team, which is huge. Barrier would have been great by now, but they need to dedicate to something. They need to go. They need to start using stuff, and I think it's up to
Mist draws sight, sound barrier.
Let's get used first, though.
Keeps it up, and there's everyone caught up in that as well. Tracer gets the bomb onto Mist. That said, Conqueror comes out as well, has the Dragon Blade available. Resurrect still up and running for the defensive team as well. Schwarz just waiting, biding his time. Saltwater switcheroo. No, that Saltwater drops dangerously low. Resurrect comes up on the defending team, and that could have been enough to cinch the victory. I do think. Now if this goes up and in the air, it's just flying miles away. That's not going anywhere near anyone who's relevant. We do see the nano boost going on to Mist just so he can get back on the point that a little bit faster. He's trying to get a kill here. Justice running from above. Deflect gets him though. Does get the reset there. She's looking for kills though, but Winston's still there on the point. Does get the finishing blow there as people try and get onto the point. Let's get up and into the air. Soundbarrier out on the point as well, but this just surrounded by red, ladies and gentlemen, as the kills do start coming through. Conqueror going to start resetting any moment now. There's the dashes coming through. There's the Winston confirming the kills. Jimmy's going to go down in a moment. Immortal Pyro does get back to it. I mean, this is actually in a good place for the attacking team right now as they do start getting back in the fight nice and quickly. They will be reinforcing that a little bit faster.
Tricky, no ultimates are available. It's just whatever they could use they want to throw out, but there's just nothing. They just don't seem to have any ultimates they could use apart from the sound barriers that seem to be constantly coming up from both sides. Other than that, I think it's Conqueror's going to bring the ult in. His damage boost, he's just going to clear everybody off it, and that's the end of it. We do have new winners with Scrambled winning in pretty... They had to pull it out there.
Oh,
man.
Scrambled, take it, just at the last breath as well, but Ryu definitely making a huge fight out of it. Oh my lord, Scrambled, there we go, you see it on your screen. ScrambledXD do win, they are our winners in week number 2 for the Scrim series. What a game. What a game, what a game, what a game, what a game, what a series, what an entire tournament, ladies and gentlemen. We went pretty much the entire distance as well. Ryu coming out from the lower bracket, fighting their way back up, had a really valiant time of it. Definitely some excellent play coming out of Mist, definitely good play coming out of Immortal Pyro, Kiro, Charlie, Jimmy, Saltwater, all doing a great job, but just not quite enough as Conqueror, Coney, Matic, all switcheroos, Swazurida, I have no idea how to read his name, sorry, and Sergeant Pete Mats come out on top with Scrambled. Excellent play, really strong dive comp play, and holy moly, I had a blast doing that. Hopefully you guys did too. Hopefully Ryan did as well.
Yeah, for sure. Really nice final to finish it on. Different playstyles that worked in their favor, but ultimately it was the hyper-aggressive dive composition that seemed to work well in their favor. I do think that the offensive Roadhog might have been a shout, certainly for those payload maps, just to add a little bit more kill confirming. but it's really hard to say, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, man. Special shout out, of course, as always, goes to our admins. We have a whole heap of them. Off-colored Sea Surfer. Zeto. No, Zeto was playing today, wasn't he? He wasn't doing admin stuff, but I'm going to give him shout outs anyway. Metabrit was adminning. Labata, Hansi, Artie was adminning as well today. So thank you to everyone who's doing the adminning work, getting teams into lobbies, getting everything up and running. Huge shout out to them as they are what makes this tournament run, basically. So yeah, we just sit around and talk and chat and talk a load of bollocks, basically, which is honestly what we're good at. Thank you to everyone as well who came out to watch. Hopefully you had a good time. The high quality version of this VOD will be on my channel relatively soon as well. If you want to watch this final over again, it will be uploaded as soon as I can get it up and rendered and running. Otherwise, yeah, that is about it from us. I will be going offline for about an hour. I'm going to try and scoff some food, and then I'll probably do coaching the many in an hour. So come back for that and definitely have a good time with that. We'll be learning something about some hero, probably Zarya, to be honest. I've got a lot of Zarya footage, so looking forward to doing that. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching to the end. I have been Josh, as one voice amongst many. That's been...
And I've been Ryan, hello. I'm not used to doing that sort of outro.
I spiked that up for you. I tried to set it up for you, left you the gap, and then, I don't know. He's been Ryan as one voice amongst Central. Who knows? Thank you guys for watching to the end of our little tournament. This has been a great time for us. If you have any feedback, of course, give us it on Twitter or in the Scrim Discord. We're always willing to listen, as long as it's proper feedback. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye!
Bye!